Ever get that feeling like you're talking to a brick wall?
Oh, yeah.
But not just any wall, one that used to, have conversations with you, lively ones even.
Hmm.
Today we are diving deep into the silent treatment,
Oh,
what it is, why it's so potent, and how to navigate those choppy emotional waters.
love it.
Our compass for this deep dive is a chapter from a book
Okay.
on manipulative tactics.
Interesting.
By the end of this, you'll be able to spot the signs, protect yourself, and maybe even decode your own reactions a little better.
I like it.
So, what exactly makes the silent treatment different from, say, just needing a little space?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's all about intention. The source material we're looking at defines it as a deliberate tactic where communication is cut off to control or manipulate the other person. It's not about taking a breather, it's about using silence as a weapon.
Weaponized silence. Wow. Okay, that makes the stakes feel a lot higher already.
Hmm.
I'm guessing we've all encountered this in some form or another. Any relatable examples that spring to mind?
Oh, absolutely. Tons. So picture this. You have a disagreement with your partner,
Mm-hmm.
and instead of talking it through, they just completely shut down for days.
Mm.
Or imagine a coworker who goes radio silent after you challenge their opinion in a meeting.
Ugh. Yeah, I've been in both of those scenarios. The tension is almost palpable.
Yeah.
What is it about the silent treatment that makes it so darn effective?
Mm.
Why does it get into our skin like that?
It all boils down to some fascinating psychology.
Okay.
The source highlights how silence can actually activate the same parts of the brain as physical pain.
What?
So, being ignored can literally feel like a threat to our well being.
Wow, I never thought of it that way. So it's not just me being overly sensitive.
Yeah,
There's actual neurology behind that feeling of panic.
exactly. It triggers that primal need for connection and belonging. And when those needs are suddenly thwarted, it creates intense emotional distress.
Yeah.
The isolation, the self doubt, the desperate craving for resolution.
It's like your brain is sending out all these SOS signals,
Yeah,
but they're just bouncing back unanswered.
exactly.
That feeling of helplessness must play right into the power dynamics at play here, right?
Absolutely. The source emphasizes this point. The person giving the silent treatment is essentially asserting control. It's as if they're saying, I'm in control of this situation, and you have to do what I want to get me to talk to you again.
So it's not really about the issue at hand. It's about who holds the power in the relationship. The source also mentioned different ways this tactic gets used.
Yes, the silent treatment can be a form of punishment, where silence is used to retaliate for some perceived wrongdoing. You didn't load the dishwasher correctly.
Uh-oh.
Silence. You forgot their birthday. Silence. It's a way of inflicting emotional pain without saying a word.
It's almost like a passive-aggressive power play.
Yeah, it is.
Right. And that avoidance aspect is a whole other layer.
Precisely. The source makes a crucial point about the silent treatment being used to dodge accountability. By refusing to engage in discussion, the manipulator sidesteps responsibility and avoids having to explain their actions.
It's like saying, I don't have to deal with this if I just refuse to acknowledge it. So if we find ourselves on the receiving end of this icy treatment, how do we recognize it for what it is? What are the red flags?
Pay attention to the suddenness and the intentionality of the withdrawal. It's not a gradual fading of communication, it's a deliberate cutoff.
Right.
The source really emphasizes this as a key indicator. They're there, but they're simply choosing not to engage with you.
Okay, so it's about that distinct shift in communication, like a door slamming shut emotionally. And once we recognize it, how do we protect ourselves? I imagine it's easy to get caught in that spiral of self-blame and anxiety.
The source really hits home on the importance of setting healthy boundaries. Don't blame yourself, and don't try to force communication. Focus on your own well being. Engage in activities you enjoy. Connect with supportive friends and family.
Right, so don't play their game by chasing after their validation. And if this is a recurring pattern in a relationship, maybe it's time to seek support from a therapist. After all, recognizing it as a form of emotional manipulation is the first step towards breaking free from its grip.
I completely agree.
That's a powerful message. And it makes me wonder.
How can we use this knowledge of the silent treatment to become better communicators ourselves? Could understanding this manipulative tactic actually lead us to building healthier, more open relationships? Something to ponder.
Definitely food for thought. Huge thanks to our expert for unpacking all of this, and to you, our listeners, for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
See ya.